What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Fans View. And as you'll see, we have our first recurring guest. It's Haley from SlabMania. What is going on, Haley?
Oh my gosh, I feel like the last time we talked, so much has changed. It's just been crazy.
No. Nah, a couple things here or there.
Right. I mean,
Nothing.
nothing too big that I can really think of, but no, it's been good. How have
Yeah.
you been doing?
Good. Hey, we're cooking over here at the Fans View. I'll tell you what's not cooking. Let's just come out hot. How broken is your spirit right now? Because the Browns are doing their best to just piss down their leg this season. So how's that going?
So I had high hopes for the beginning of the season because I knew Nick Chubb at some point was gonna come back. And I was like, yes, this is what's gonna get us to the Super Bowl. And then, we lost every single game except for one. Um, and then our previous quarterback, who, doesn't like to win us games,
No.
got injured. And now we have a new quarterback. And honestly, when he came in and beat the Ravens, I was like, okay, little hope, little hope. But
Yeah.
spirit's still broken. Yeah. Yeah, to say the least. Spirit is still broken and will be broken till next year.
Oh God. I don't know if it's gonna get much better. You better
Oh
hope.
no,
You better pray.
I'm pretty sure we're at rock bottom right now, and I think with the Browns, there's even a more rock bottom than rock bottom. So I think we're on our way there.
You're getting there. Okay. Well, as soon as you hit bottom, it's only up. So let's
Exactly,
just,
right? Right.
what was your opinion, just like from a sports perspective? What did you think of Deshaun before he got hurt? I mean, what is going on with this guy?
I honestly, I really think it was the biggest waste of money giving him that big of a contract because he's not his prime Deshaun by any means.
Right.
Um, and when we first got him, all his like off the field drama, I was like, oh my God, like, of course the Browns are going to pick up somebody with drama and it's already going to be tied into the season. And, he did well, couple games, like a season, but, now I think when he signed that big contract, I don't know. I think he just got comfortable and didn't want to risk injury and just really didn't want to put 100% into it because he thought, hey, why not, play easy and get
Yeah.
paid over $200 million? And
Yeah.
he's definitely not our franchise quarterback. I don't think he's honestly anybody's franchise quarterback. He's just not prime Deshaun anymore. And now with his injury, I mean, yeah, I think his glory days are over.
Yeah, I think he was cooked before the Achilles.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if we ever see Deshaun play another down of football, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, as a lover of sports, I hate to see any player get injured with like something so
Right.
serious as like an Achilles injury, something that affects them playing the game that they love. But unfortunately for the Browns, that was the only way that our coach was ever going to bench him was an injury because, he
Yeah.
said multiple times that no matter I could go on rants about like the Browns, but unfortunately I feel like that was the only way that we were going to be able to get a new quarterback in there. And, hate to see the injury with any athlete, but, we needed a new quarterback in there. And, um, and I think our win against the Ravens, one of the toughest teams in our division, was proof that, hey, yeah, it was time to get a new quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah,
And Jameis, we trust. Let's do this. Let's eat
right.
some
he,
W's.
he
Let's
is,
eat
I will
some
say
dubs.
he's a character for sure, but if he wins us games, he wins us games.
That's it. You do not you're going from one extreme to the other. You don't have to worry like you did with Deshaun.
Right,
Is his head in it? Does he care? Because
right.
Jameis is a lot of things, but not
Yeah.
caring isn't in his DNA.
Exactly. Like, and it's so easy to like critique them like from just sitting on your couch watching them. I've obviously never played a game of football in my life, but as a Browns fan for 29 years, like I'm tired. I'm just exhausted from same excuse over and over of why we suck.
Well, let me kick you while you're down. What did you think of the Guardians playoff run? Did that kind of end the way you expected it
So
to?
I I knew we were going to have a lot of trouble against the Yankees. I knew the Yankees had the momentum. I think they have a really good chemistry team. Um, you know, I thought we were going to, you know, I had a feeling that we were going to be able to beat them. I knew it was going to be a fight and a struggle, but, I was hoping obviously for a different result. But, I think if we would have moved on from the Yankees, I don't think we would have beat the Dodgers because the way the
Yeah.
Dodgers showed up, oh my gosh. Yeah, they
Yeah.
they had the steam rolling the whole entire time.
Yeah, they were a wagon for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. I see you're rocking the Cavs hat.
Oh
At
yeah.
this point, they're your only hope. What do we look?
Yes.
Are you hoping for a playoff run? Are
Oh,
you
I'm hoping
completely
for a ring.
delirious?
A ring.
Oh
We're
God.
we're 7-0 starting off. We're the best in the league right now.
Oh, God. I respect how delirious you are, and I love you for it.
Hey, you know what? Delusion is what got me this far in life. So,
Hey, I hear you. I hear you. 82 and 0. Let's do it.
yeah,
96 Bulls. Who?
we're going to be the first undefeated team going through the whole season and into the
Beautiful.
championship.
Beautiful. We're gonna stick it up LeBron's ass on the way.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. All right. Let me stop pounding you, you poor thing. This Cleveland sports is just doing a number on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything fun happened since the last time? We had a conversation. Anything new and exciting? Get any dogs or anything?
Nothing really exciting. Same old, same old.
That background behind you looks a little bit different than the
Yeah,
last time.
it's weird. It's like, I moved to Atlanta and all of a sudden I got a new background.
So for those that don't know, obviously Haley's been lucky enough to move on to Cards HQ in Atlanta, which is one of the biggest card shops in the Southeast. Obviously, that's Jeff Wilson, sports card investor, market movers. I don't even know where to start here.
Honestly, I don't either.
I guess let's go logistical.
Okay.
What was that move like coming from Ohio all the way down to Georgia to Atlanta? What was that move like?
Yeah, so it it kind of felt like everything just happened so fast. Like I think the last time we talked, was I still at my retail job the last time we talked? I don't
Nope,
know.
you had just left a
Okay,
couple weeks
that's
before.
right. Yeah. So um so the last time we talked, left my retail job, fresh out.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have to go all in on SlabMania. I took the mindset it's all or nothing. Like I got no plan B. Like this is it. I quit my job and I got nothing lined up. So, I just like grinded out content and, started making more of a name for myself in the industry. And the nationals was coming around and I got invited this past July to go down to Cards HQ to do like a creator takeover, just like to visit, to have fun. Like at no point did I ever think when I was there in July I'd ever be getting a job offer. Like I thought, it was just fun. Like, hey, like
Right.
here's SlabMania. Let's have her come down and for a fun weekend and take over our social media.
Right.
And I had so much fun there. Got to meet I didn't get to meet a lot of the people at the time down there because a lot of them weren't there for that weekend, but I got to meet Carter and Ryan, who are, two of the owners of Cards HQ. And they are just absolutely incredible. I had the best time down there. They were so nice, so helpful. And, I just had a blast down there. So then, fast forward, from July, and then I think like a week. When was National? Was National the end of July? I cannot even remember
I
right now.
think so. It all runs together.
Yeah.
I think it was the end of July though. It was definitely before football season started.
Yeah,
so.
July was just a very life-changing month for me. So it's like all like a blur.
Yeah.
So yeah, when I got back from Atlanta that first time in July, like I think it was like a week after I get a message and, Jeff was like, hey, do you have time to talk for a second? I was like, absolutely. And, in my mind, I'm thinking like, I know they're coming down for the national. Like, I thought maybe they want to collab on a video or do something, that's what I was thinking. Right. So, he calls me and he's like, we started talking and he's like, I want to offer you a job with us to come move down to Atlanta and
Wow.
be our social media manager, but also a breaker for us. And it was like one of those moments where I'm like, like the episode from The Office when they're getting that negotiation for the Michael Scott paper company and they ask like David Wallace to leave the room to have a moment. That's what I felt like.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even know what to say right now. I just need a moment. Like, but yeah, I got offered that job and I honestly couldn't even believe it. My hope for starting SlabMania was to use it as an outlet to get into obviously the sports card industry, get a job with somewhere in the industry with content creation, something that I love. And then here's Cards HQ at my doorstep offering me a job, let alone, and I was like, A, I couldn't believe like the offer, but then also B, I couldn't believe that it was like Cards HQ that I got the offer from.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I thought about it and, every like I made like a pros and con list because I was like leaving my life in Ohio, starting a brand new one in Atlanta, moving down here not knowing anybody except for like a couple people that I met previously in July.
Right.
And basically just taking this enormous big leap out of my comfort zone to go move my life to Atlanta. And I was like, I quit my retail job to go out of my comfort zone to
Yeah.
go all in on
Yes.
SlabMania. I have to do this. I have
Yeah.
to. I was like,
Yeah.
there's no other option. This is do or die. Like, and here I am getting a job offer after I quit my job. I'm like, when is that going to happen again? So
Right.
yeah, I accepted the
Exactly.
job. And the move happened pretty quickly. I was down here after I accepted the job, it was like a month later. Um, that I moved down here. And so far, it's been nothing but incredible. Like, I love the area that I'm living in. Everybody that I work with is just absolutely incredible, so nice. They teach me something new every single day. I feel like I'm growing not only as a content creator, but also as a person down here. And it's just been nothing shy of amazing so far.
That is awesome. It
Yeah.
makes me so happy to hear when you talk about it. You've just got such an excitement in your voice. And
Yeah. I love
for
it.
those that don't know, me and you have become friends away from the podcast now. So it makes
Absolutely.
me so happy. You seem just ecstatic.
I
It's
appreciate that. Thank you.
definitely not just for the pod. Obviously, we've
No, yeah,
talked off camera and stuff. And
it's
yeah,
definitely I like some people before have asked me like, "Oh my gosh, like how do you feel?" Like, and honestly, I really don't know how to feel because I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's just such a
right,
good feeling knowing that I got offered a social media job and a breaking job all in one and I'm like, yeah, I
right.
don't even know what to say honestly.
Yeah, and it's not at an LCS either. Like people that may not, because obviously with the fans view, we have a very eclectic audience. People
Yeah,
might not understand. Like this is like you're not going to a local card shop. You are going to a national brand. Jeff
right.
Wilson, love him or hate him, carries a lot of weight in this hobby and this genre. So Cards HQ. That's kind of like it's kind of like getting called up to the majors straight out
Right.
of high
Right.
school.
Yeah.
You said you left your retail job to do SlabMania, and that was to get out of your comfort zone. And I think we talked about it the last time. It was kind of like jumping in the deep end of the pool.
Yeah.
Well, now in retrospect, it kind of seems like when you quit your retail job, you got out of the puddle, you jumped in the kiddie pool, and then Jeff
Yeah.
comes calling, and he threw you in the Atlantic Ocean. Like
Yes.
let's let's rock and roll. That's just how it seems
Yeah,
from
it
an
was
outsider's perspective.
absolutely wild is like the best way to describe it.
So now, what are you doing exactly at
Yeah.
Cards HQ?
So I have basically a hybrid position. So with Cards HQ, I am the social media manager. So anything that you see on the actual like Cards HQ social media like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, like that's me. That's what I handle. And then I am also a breaker for the Cards HQ breaks on whatnot for them twice a week. So getting to do social media and like finally getting that experience of having professional social media management experience because I never had that before. Like
Right.
the only social media experience I had was like my own personal stuff. I never had resume experience and didn't know what to expect. So I was really nervous for that part of the job. But, my social media manager, he's just absolutely incredible. He is just so patient with me, teaches me so much stuff, and is so helpful. So I love that part of the job so much. And then the breaking side, I also love so much too, because I'm getting to open sports cards and
Yeah.
I get to hang out with, people in the chat. I get to hang out with my side chairs. And it's just an overall such like awesome feeling knowing like, oh my gosh, I am doing something that I love every single day. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
So, people that are familiar with the hobby, I have to ask for them, what's it like? What's your relationship like now with Jeff, and how closely or often do you actually get to work, with him?
Yeah. So trying to think like, so obviously I've met Jeff before when I went down for July.
Right.
Then, saw him at National. And well, I guess when I saw him at National at that time, I'd already accepted the job. So like I was just waiting for the move. But Jeff is just, and like I promise I'm not saying this because I work there. I'm not saying this for the pod. I'm not saying this, to make myself look good in any way. But Jeff is honestly probably one of the best people I've been able to meet so far. He is just the knowledge that he has and the way
Right.
that, he cares for the company and his employees is just absolutely amazing. And I've gotten to get involved with a couple videos with him. I'll help shoot some videos with them. Um, and it's just such an incredible, fun experience. And, like every day I'm kind of like, oh, like I'm here working at Cards HQ and oh, there's Jeff Wilson. Oh, like it's like a weird feeling. It's like, I don't know how
Is
to
he
explain
actually
it.
around? Is he
Oh
in
yeah.
the store a
Yeah.
lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's there a
I've
lot.
always I've always wondered that. Is he kind of like the figurehead and he does the videos and then he goes back to his
No,
mansion,
yeah,
or
he's there a lot. Yeah.
okay. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I know I've seen you like you guys had a trade night. It was actually probably like a month or so ago. It was the night that he opened the he was looking for the triple auto and he had the pack in
Oh,
store.
yeah.
And that was the first night I realized, like, oh damn, Haley's working for Cards HQ, because I think they had the YouTube guy filming, and then I think you were using his phone to film for Instagram when he ripped the
Yeah.
pack, and I was like,
Yeah.
damn, she looks familiar. And then I took a second glance, I was like, oh, okay.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, so you have gotten to work alongside him. It wasn't just a on camera thing. You have had some interaction with him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That is very cool. Very, very cool. And I think we spoke the last time I asked you, like, hey, are you going to get into breaking? And you were like, you were kind of lukewarm on it.
Yep. And now here
I
I
guess,
am.
I guess you answered that question for me, huh?
Yeah. So, the breaking side is awesome. And Carter, who's, one of the owners of Cards HQ, um, he just he taught me a lot. He made me feel confident going into the role of being able to break. And one of the other breakers there, his name is Grizz. He's also been such an incredible help, and all the other breakers there taught me so much. And every single person there on the breaking side really made me feel confident because I got to sit side chair with like Grizz and Ethan before basically being in the hot seat and taking on my own shows. So very
Right.
grateful for, being able to experience that and learn from them. And now here I am a breaker. So
What would you say has been the most difficult thing? Maybe let's take the move out of it, because I want to talk about the move and the logistics side
okay.
of it separately. But like just day to day, what has been the most difficult thing now about, like, when you're obviously when you're in retail, it was a different story.
Yeah.
When you were just SlabMania, it's the Haley show. You do whatever you want. What has been the hardest thing about kind of, I guess, just getting into Cards HQ? It's already an established brand. What has been the most difficult part, I guess, of moving to Cards HQ?
Um, honestly, I honestly don't have a good answer for that because I feel, in a way, I feel very grateful because I really have not had any like struggles so far. I mean, I pretty much took a break from SlabMania for 2 months just because I was just adjusting to this new life, and I wanted to really focus on, getting established here first.
Right.
But also at the same time, I had ample opportunity in the evenings to sit down and record a SlabMania video, and I just didn't because I was lazy, to be completely honest. But I'm very grateful with my position at Cards HQ because I'm allowed to still do my own brand, and I'm
Right.
allowed to have my own identity as SlabMania, and they're very supportive of that, which is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Um, and the thing about like working at Cards HQ with everybody, it's very reassuring, now that I see like everybody there just wants to build together, and it's one of those things where like if one person goes up, we all go up. Like it's definitely a very big team oriented environment, which I absolutely love. Everybody is rooting for everybody. Everybody wants to help everybody. And and I think because of that, I really haven't faced any big struggles yet. Anytime that I'm not feeling confident about something that I do for like Cards HQ, here's 20 people that are giving me reassurance and helping me and boosting me up. And, I just feel so grateful leaving, one job and coming right into a new one. And it's just such an incredible transition that I kind of feels like, I don't know, I feel like it's not real at sometimes, especially because I really haven't had any struggles or anything. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's been honestly amazing so far.
I guess what my follow up to that would be like, I know I sell on Whatnot a little bit here and there,
Yeah.
obviously not even close to the scale of a Cards HQ, but how bad are those nerves? I mean, obviously you've made YouTube videos, but as a fellow content creator, it's easier, I think, to film that video, edit that video, and then put it out there. When you're
Yeah.
breaking, you're hitting that go live button, and then boom,
Yeah.
that number in the top corner is
Yeah.
growing. Is there any nerves involved when you're breaking? I know it sounds, again, to the outsider, it might sound silly, like she's opening packs of cards. That's intimidating when you
Oh,
have
it
that
is.
many people.
Yeah. So it's my first day ever doing it. Well, it was very nerve wracking because, like you said, you're live. Like there's no
Yeah.
editing on the spot. There's like, it's live. The viewers are seeing it as you're doing it. There's no going
Right.
back. Um, so it was very nerve-wracking getting in the mindset of that, like, hey, like, you're brought on as a breaker. Your job is to keep people entertained and keep them
Right.
engaged and keep them wanting, to have fun and get in on the breaks. And so not only are you literally just physically opening the packs, but you also, as a breaker, have to form this personality, of, I mean, not even just form a personality. Honestly, you just got to be yourself and,
Yeah.
and engage with the audience and just have fun. And, so once I got past like the first couple times of doing breaking, like by my, like as the head breaker on that night, um, it was just, now it's just like the back of my hand. Like it is so much fun. The chat, like the people that come into the chat, they are absolutely awesome. They're even helpful on times when I'm like, oh, like, what do I do when I first started? Um, but no, like, and I have incredible side chairs and we just vibe off each other and we vibe off the chat. And it just makes it seem like you'll blink and already like 5 hours have gone by and it didn't even feel like that.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean there's definitely the nerve part of knowing like you're live and you got to keep people entertained, you got to keep people in your stream. And but if you're just having a good time, if you have a good personality, you have fun, you're going to thrive, I think, at it. So um yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty much, yeah. That.
So I have to ask, what's been
Yeah.
your biggest pull so far? I know you said you haven't been
Oh.
breaking too terribly long, but
Yeah,
what's
so
been
I've
your
been doing
biggest
it.
pull so far?
Yeah, so I've been doing it. I do it twice a week, and I've been doing it since pretty much I made the move down here like 2 months ago. I would say the other day I pulled a gold Ellie Auto, which was pretty big.
Is that a 5-star?
Oh no, that was actually out of Bowman Chrome Hobby.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
okay.
Um, I'm trying to think what else, like big time. I knew I pulled like some Leo DeVries, like autos, like Bowman autos that were pretty big.
Well, have
I'm
you had
sure
to
I'm like, what were you gonna say? I'm sure I'm like missing
have
so
you had to
many.
fight? Have you had to fight yourself yet? You pull a big chub and be like, "Oh, this could go home with me," but
Right.
unfortunately,
So I've been breaking just baseball right now.
oh,
So
smart lady.
yeah. So in a way, I'm kind of grateful for that. But also the thing about like breaking baseball that I love is I really wasn't a big baseball person before breaking. But now
Mhm.
that I've been breaking, I've gotten so much more into baseball and watching it and gotten into like actually studying the cards and the checklists and stuff. So like I think that part was pretty cool. I'm like, oh, like this part of the job actually got me into watching baseball and
There you go.
wanting to start collecting it. So that was pretty cool.
The Guardians kick you, and then the hobby brings you back up. How
Correct.
about
I'm
that?
like, I can't get a break.
Have you have you been opening any of the Tops update? Has that been coming
Yeah,
across your
so
desk?
yeah, so
Have you pulled
we
any of the Paw Patrol cards yet? That's what I
no
need to know.
some of our other breakers did though. One of our other
Really?
breakers pulled it. Yeah, I have personally not though. I saw those cards. Those look pretty cool though.
Bro, if you knew how much I paid for that stupid. I'm a
Um,
Red Sox fan, but my daughter, it's not Paw Patrol. Let me correct myself. If my 2-year-old was here, she'd smack me. It is Rubble and Crew short prints. I think he's got 2 of them. And
okay.
if you knew what I paid on eBay for that damn
Oh no.
short print, my God. My God.
So it was
It
what, at
it's
least
been
a buck?
oh yeah. Yeah. It's a buck and a couple zeros. I think I
Oh
paid
my
like
gosh.
$200 for the
Wow.
one.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And that's with Judge underperforming in the World Series.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if that doesn't show you anything. So yeah, so I can't milk you for any information. Jeff's great. He doesn't. We were looking for you to just, oh, Cards HQ is terrible. No, I'm
Sorry to
kidding.
disappoint,
I'm
but he's
kidding. Jeff
actually a
seems
really incredible guy. Yeah.
wonderful. I haven't had the chance to meet him. He catches a lot of flack in the industry, but I think that probably stems a little bit more from jealousy than his own character flaws. um, but that was the follow up I had, was just what it was like working with Jeff. But I think you've really kind of already touched that. So now that we got the business out of the way, now it's game time. This is what we're on this podcast for,
Oh yeah.
folks.
Oh yeah.
Just so you know, we don't care about Cards HQ and SlabMania. That's great work. We're here to
Correct.
talk
That stuff is
office.
like no big deal. Like who
Yeah,
cares?
yeah,
Who
yeah,
cares?
exactly.
Boring.
Money,
Boring.
house over your head. We don't need any of that.
Who
We
cares?
just need a Netflix, or excuse me, not even a Netflix subscription, a Peacock subscription. Let
Yes.
me give the right plug so we can watch some Office.
Correct. This is
And
what
you
it's
might
all
be
about.
exactly, and you might be thinking to yourself, if I wanted to watch The Office, there's 7 seasons, 9 seasons. Hell, I don't even know at this
Yeah,
point.
I I think there's 9,
I
right?
think it's not.
I
Yeah,
think they stopped at 9.
I should have stopped after 6, but whatever. We're not
We
going to
won't
go
talk
there
about that.
today.
We
We're
won't
not
talk
going to go
about
there
that.
today. We're going to
Yep.
keep this positive. We are going to go back and forth. We're going to draft our Mount Rushmores
Yes.
of the top Office episodes.
Oh yeah.
Now, because you are the guest, I'm going to allow you to go first. We're just going to go back and forth. So I hope you got some backups, because I feel like I might steal one of yours.
Okay. So number 1, dinner party.
Oh, okay. Okay. I don't have Dinner Party on my list.
Okay.
What is it? What is it? Why Dinner Party? That is.
I just love that episode so much because of how like cringy and how funny Jan was in that. Like I drawing a blank on the actress's name that plays Jan, but
Melora Hardin.
yes. I think she did one of the best performances I've ever seen in TV on that episode. I
Yeah.
love it so much. And when she gets up and starts doing that awkward offbeat dancing to Hunter's music behind Michael, and then like the banter between her and Michael, it's just it was genius, her performance. That's why that is my number 1 favorite episode.
You know what? That is spoken like a true woman that's not married, because I don't even know that that's performance as much as that's just real life right there. That
Yes.
just, that little needling, little just,
And when he puts the TV into the wall,
oh,
because
yes, the,
he's like, if you need more space and the TV's like this big, he's like, a lot of people in the room need more space. And it
his
goes like not
plasma
even an inch.
screen.
It's
Oh,
just
my
so
goodness.
funny.
Oh, what's the
Oh
other
my gosh.
line in that where she's giving him a hard time because he ran through the the
Oh, the
glass
sliding
door?
glass door, because he thought he heard the ice cream truck.
Yes, that's probably the
Oh
highlight of
my
that
gosh. And when they
episode.
go up to their bedroom, and not only do they literally have this, but
Yes.
then they also has his little bench that he sleeps on.
Yes. Oh my
It's
God.
just so funny.
Oh, that's
Oh my gosh.
fantastic. Okay, all right, that was a good one. You didn't steal mine yet. My See, I didn't rank them, but
Okay.
I would have trouble not putting this one number one if I did rank them, but I'm going to go with stress relief
That's a good,
for
I did not have that on mine, but that is a really good one.
for no other reason than the Silence of the Lambs moment.
I have a Funko Pop of that moment of Dwight with the mask on.
No, do you
Yes.
really? I'm out of the Funko game, but the only two that I kept were my two Dwights. I have Dwight with a stapler in the Jello, and I have Dwight with the heat gun from where he's about to do
Oh,
the fire
yes, on the
drill.
doorknob.
Yeah,
Yes.
I have those two. All
And when
right.
Kelly gets up and starts dancing when they start singing, it's so funny.
And Andy
And
just goes into full-blown Andy mode.
and you know what? I think the honest best line from that episode is when Creed, so unhinged, is like, "You were in the parking lot earlier. That's how I know you." That to me just made the episode.
Oh, that whole episode is great.
So
But
funny.
just Dwight, when he's like, okay, what do we do? All right, so now we harvest the organs. We only have da 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 da. We only have so much time.
And the fact that he just lifts up his pant leg and he already has a knife on
That's
it.
the hunting knife. It's like got like an 8-inch blade. Yeah. Oh my
Oh
God.
my gosh.
All right, second round. I'm gonna let you go. I'm not gonna snake this thing.
I'm gonna have to go with the deposition.
Oh, such a great. I am so glad we
So
haven't stolen each other's,
funny.
but
I
that
know. I'm
is,
surprised though we haven't.
oh, that is so good.
I think I think what makes that episode is when they're reading Michael's diary.
Oh,
Oh, it is so funny.
oh my God. No, my favorite moment of that whole episode is when they're in the car on the way to the deposition, and Michael's like, tell him how much. Oh no, that's tacky. And then she goes into
And
detail
she's like,
about how much money.
oh yeah, he's like $1 million, and she's like 4 million. 4.
And then he starts acting like a child and he wants the top down. Cut to
He's
her
so
hair's a
nervous. He's gonna throw up.
then cut
Oh
to
my
her hair's a
gosh.
rat's nest.
Oh, it's so
Oh
funny.
my God. Okay. All right. That was a good one. The deposition is underrated too.
Agreed.
Okay. So my second pick, I'm going with, and I talked about this in the last pod, my favorite cold open of all time that I can't even talk about or this podcast will be over. The injury.
Oh my
The
gosh.
injury.
Yes.
That cold open. I am going to try to contain myself. That cold open.
It is
Or-
like it's just the writers are so genius. Like they were just so on another level from any other TV company. Like the fact, like I don't know, like how it all came together, just genius.
That moment of that cold open when they're like, oh no, and they look out the window and Dwight I'm gonna cry. Dwight stumbles out of the car and they're like, oh, maybe he's okay. And then he projectile vomits across the entire back of the Trans Am. Oh, that's not
and
good.
then on the phone when Pam's like, Michael, you just burned, or Kevin's like, did you try hopping on it? And Michael's like, of course I tried hopping on it, and I hit my elbow, and now it has a protuberance or something.
A protuberance, yeah.
It's just so
Oh my
funny.
God. The line of that episode though is when he's like, everybody wants to wake up to fresh bacon. So I wake up, I plug in my grill, I lay across 4 strips of bacon, I go back to sleep. I wake up, boom, fresh bacon.
And he's like,
Like,
it's good for me. And
oh
he's
my
like, I don't know
God.
why people are having such a hard time believing that I clamped my foot on the grill. It is
God
so funny.
almighty.
It's just genius. Oh
Oh,
my
so
gosh.
good. So good. I'm going to have an aneurysm. I'm going to laugh so hard. I love that episode so much.
I cannot believe we have not stolen any
Oh,
each other's episodes yet.
I think it's coming. I have one highlighted on my screen that I think you might
See,
nab.
this one I feel like might be out of left field for the one that I have.
I love this.
Happy Hour.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I loved the moment when Michael realized he was on a date and his whole persona changed to Date Mike.
Oh, Date Mike.
And when he came back in and like hit that pool ball off the table and like the noise he made and like he just thought he was like the shit, like it's just so funny.
Hello, me. Nice to meet me.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Date Mike. Oh, Date Mike
And
is
the
underrated.
hat he had on,
Oh
it was
my
just
God. The knockoff Kanga hat.
yes.
Oh
And he
my
like
God.
unbuttoned his shirt, no more tie.
Oh my God. That is such a good one. Another underrated. You are
Yeah.
really coming in with the deep cuts. I respect that. This is the one that I thought you might steal, that I'm going to steal it from you, hopefully. And it's Goodbye, Michael. Part 1 and 2.
I thought
Part 1
about that
and
one,
2.
but I did not have it on my list.
You know how I feel about Office past Michael. I still
Yes.
enjoy it, but it was definitely Steve Carell made that show, in my opinion.
Oh,
Michael Scott made that
absolutely.
show.
Absolutely.
That one, like, legitimately, and I don't have a lot of YouTube subscribers, so I don't feel too bad saying this, legitimately will make me cry. You catch me on the
Oh,
right day,
oh yeah.
and
You
when
catch me
him
on
and
the yeah.
when him and Jim, when Jim's like, telling him all the things that he would say to him if this were his last day.
Yes. Oh, yeah, like you said, you catch me on a day that I'm feeling emotional. Oh, I'll put that on. I need a good cry. Boom, there you go.
Oh my gosh, that is, and just that still that you could, people use it as a gif and as a meme of
Yeah.
just Michael getting teary-eyed.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, and we're such Office fans that
Oh,
we
yeah.
read all the behind the scenes stuff. Like, to know that was like legitimate from Steve
Right.
Carell.
And knowing Jim was the only one that knew that day
Yeah,
was his actual last day when Michael leaves, like, oh
yeah.
my gosh, that
You
was
know what
just
hits
like,
hard is it's Creed. Creed has those things when he's like, "All right, see you later, boss."
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
oh.
yeah,
And
it's,
then Pam catching him at the airport, and
yes,
I,
oh my
to this
gosh,
day, Jenna Fisher won't tell people what she actually said to him when the camera was off, when the mics were off.
yeah,
I love
oh,
that episode. I
yeah, I
love
love
both of
it.
those
I
episodes.
loved it because they brought their true emotion into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you can feel how real it was.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. So go ahead with your fourth. You're gonna hopefully break up the sadness now.
So my fourth has to be PDA because
Okay.
I absolutely love the scene when Michael and Holly are sitting on the same chair
Yeah.
and Gabe is like, maybe get your own chair. But what made that part of them sitting together, it's that Holly was behind with her legs spread around him. It's just so funny.
And she's like tweaking his nipples at one point.
Yes.
What in Christ's name?
Oh
Oh
my
my God.
gosh. And then
And they
like
are just they're so blissfully unaware of
yes.
what's going on.
And like the best part is when Gabe is the one who's giving, the talk on PDA in the office and they start going over different things that aren't acceptable. And they have this whole list. And then Creed is like the one where you start in a crouch position and then leap up. And Gabe's like, okay. It's just so funny.
Oh
Oh my
God.
gosh.
Oh, Creed is so underrated. Okay, here's my last one. And you talk about left field. This is left field. You talk about cringe.
Let's
This
hear
is
it.
cringe. Threat Level Midnight.
Oh, I respect that. I respect that. Okay.
Oh, it's such a guilty pleasure. It is so stupid.
It is like, I feel like I feel like it was one of those things where like they needed a stand-in episode and they didn't know what to
Yeah.
like create. And they're like, let's actually make Michael's movie.
Yeah. Oh, that was so good. What's the one line where they kill Toby? Toby's like one of the first people. He's like,
Oh yeah.
I spent half the budget on
Oh
that
yeah.
shot.
Michael was like easily the most expensive part of the movie. And he spends it on just a dummy with his head exploding. Like,
Yeah. And then you get, oh my God. And they have Jim at one point when he's gold faced. You're like, I'm going to
oh,
do her and I'm going to do her real good.
yes.
And then it cuts to Jim and he's just giving the Jim look like.
And then the best part is Michael had Pam's mom as the nurse in it.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
so
my
funny.
gosh.
Oh my
Then
god.
you had the Rashida Jones cameo in that.
Yes, with the piano.
That was such a great callback too,
Oh,
where they
wait.
interview her for like
Sorry,
6
yeah, when
seconds.
she's at the office. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was thinking of
because
Jan for a second. Yeah.
they're doing the Scarn or whatever, and then they cut to like a little
Yes.
talking head with her. It's
I love that they brought
Jesus.
her back for a cameo in that episode.
Literally for 3
Yeah.
seconds, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, it makes that episode.
Oh, it really does. Yeah.
That
That's a
episode
good
is
one.
so
I respect
yeah.
that. I respect that
That
pick.
episode is so stupid that it's hilarious.
It is. Yeah.
And then you have Dwight who starts to malfunction. He's like, Dwight's not a robot. Just as deadpan as he can be. Dwight's not a robot.
It's just so funny.
Oh
my
my
gosh.
goodness. This was easily my favorite podcast that I've done so far.
Oh,
I've
same.
laughed the hardest for sure.
Every time you and I talk, I just love it because we just go on like office tangents and just
Oh yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
I love it.
And we have to respect the hoodie as well. Like you came prepared.
Oh, I
you
did.
Don't mess
I did.
around.
I did.
Oh my gosh.
I even I have a mug that says false on it, and then a mug that says assisted to the regional manager.
Oh my god. When my daughter was born, she's 2, about to be 3. When my daughter was born,
Okay.
the gift that my wife gave me was I have a shirt it has the office logo on it and it says regional manager, and then she had a little onesie that said assistant to the regional manager.
Oh my gosh, that is so cute. I
Oh
love
my
it.
god. It was the cutest thing. I
That
think
is
she might have wore it
awesome.
once. But
Oh my gosh, I love that.
yeah, it's amazing too.
That's
And like
awesome.
she obviously sleeps in the room with us still, and every time that music hits, from when she was an infant, I mean when she was barely sitting up by herself, she'd be sitting there playing with little toys and I'd be watching The Office, and once that music kicks on, she snaps up and she's watching.
I love it. I love it.
Now she tells me now she wants to watch Michael Scott. She doesn't want to watch The Office.
She wants to watch Michael Scott.
Let's watch
Hey,
Michael
I
Scott.
respect that. I respect that.
So, oh my goodness. Now I'm gonna have to brainstorm. All right, I'm bringing Haley back for round 3.
Hey, you let
What
me
are
know
we gonna
when.
Mount Rushmore?
You let me know when.
Oh my goodness. We'll have to chisel out some time from your busy schedule at Cards HQ.
You got it. Yeah.
But I'll definitely be in your streams from now on, dropping a couple one-liners here.
Please do. Please do it. I'll be looking forward to it. I'll be watching for you.
So I guess before I let you go, we have to plug the social. We got to get people over there to SlabMania. We got to get them on to Whatnot. Obviously, your Instagram is at slab, SLAB _mania, MANIA. And people can catch you Tuesday and Wednesday afternoons, typically around 5 o'clock on the Cards HQ Breaks Whatnot. You guys don't even have to spend any money. You don't even have to buy a card.
Just come out and hang out.
Just go hang out. Yeah. I mean, Whatnot's a community, and not a lot of places do it as well as Cards HQ, does it. So yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday afternoon, just go hang out with our office buddy.
Out. Yeah.
Drop some office lines at her. I'm sure she'll appreciate it. And
I'll start like sweating from laughing so hard in my chair.
We're gonna help her do her job poorly just because we're gonna have her laughing. So I mean, that said, I hate for this to end, but
I know it didn't even feel like we've already been talking for this long.
I'm telling you, it feels like it's been like 10 minutes. So we're definitely going to have you on for a part 3.
I would love it.
Definitely going to be our recurring guest.
Would absolutely love it.
With that said, thank you so much, Haley. We appreciate you coming on again. I know you are a busy lady, so thank you so much for making time for the Fans View again.
Absolutely. Anytime. I appreciate you for having me. It means a lot. So thank you.
Of course. And everybody, go check her out at SlabMania on Instagram. Again, go to the Cards HQ breaks on Whatnot. We're the Fans View. Hit up our socials, hit the link tree, and most importantly, call your mom. We'll see you guys next time.
If you haven't liked or subscribed, you're going to be joking me.